Right, it gives me great pleasure now to welcome one of my heroes of television who sits down and just picks random parts of his body for fun, and it's great. His name is Ricky Tomlinson. Ricky, welcome to my show.
Hiya, kids. Nice to be here. Nice to talk to you.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm starstruck. I really am starstruck speaking to you. Now, listen, you've been working on the road for years on TV. Yeah. When did you start, Rick? How many years ago did you start?
Well, really, I started playing the banjo and everything till when I was about 17 and just ran the local pubs and clubs in Liverpool. But really, I mean, everything changed after I came out of prison in 75.
You went to prison?
Yeah, I was jailed by the Tory government in 1973.
Yeah.
For going on strike, and the case is still going on. The case is still very, very high profile because it was like it was a cock-up. It was the government of the day. We were actually political prisoners, and people don't understand that we have political prisoners in this country, But anyway, apart from that, I just went back to. I just love the road. I just love having a laugh, and I knock a little band together, or I knock a little travelling show together, and off we go, and we go all over the country. We go as far north as Glasgow, in Scotland, and down to your part of the country in South Wales, which is lovely. But I love to meet people. I enjoy meeting people, and I have a good laugh and we swap stories, and I just tell them about my life,
So that's what the show's about, your life in general, then?
Yeah, we have a comedian that goes along with me, and we do a few gags, and I do a few anecdotes, and I talk about some of the wonderful people who I've met, like Samuel Jackson and Ken Loach and Lauren Bacall, Robert De Niro, and people like that who I've been lucky enough to bump into and meet, and then I tell them about the royal family and what it's like working on set, and about my autobiography, which was obviously a #1 bestseller, sold 300,000 copies and went to #1. So, because there's a lot in it, it's the truth, and and it's still selling now. So, yeah, there's a lot to talk about, and people seem to enjoy it, But I also insist on having a question and answer session, because sometimes when you talk, you don't cover the points that people want to know about. So, that gives them a chance to say, well, what about this and what about that? And then, you can answer them.
It's quite a casual evening then, really, when the audience gets involved, yeah.
It's casual. It's a little bit adultish, because the guy who's on with me is a little bit strong, but apart from that, but it's very funny. And so, to be fair, I live in North Wales, and I love the Welsh people. My wife is Welsh, and my children are Welsh, and I love the Welsh people, and I always get a great reception of them,
Now, quick look back in the royal family. That must have been fun to do, Rick.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I mean, we're just preparing now for this year's Christmas one, so it's just a bit of a struggle getting everyone available at the same time for the same couple of weeks to shoot it. But yeah, we have a great time doing it. It's not work, it's fun, really. Yeah. But yeah, and I mean, I must have my catchphrase shouted out 500 times a day.
Oh, I bet every time you kind of you go for a walk, you probably listen to somebody shouting out those words.
Every time anyone drives past in a bus or a car, or couriers, or even kids, if you walk past the playground. But it's nice, It's
of
nice
course.
They're having a laugh with you, and that's what I want.
Have you kind of ever thought about getting rid of the beard and the hair and changing the image at all? But
yeah, I have actually.
Yeah.
I have because I think Jimmy McGovern is thinking of writing something for me, especially for me, But at the moment, I'm also in the middle of writing a sitcom myself.
Right.
So I probably changed me appearance for that, But I love work, And I mean, people say, why don't you retire? And I say, well, if I retired, what would I do? I'd probably just sit at home and either watch Jeremy Kyle or I'd be on Jeremy Kyle.
Now you're coming down to the home of Welsh rugby, Parc Yscarlys in Llanelli. It's a brand spanking new £28 million stadium. We've been there 2 years now. And the Welsh people, of course, especially the Llanelli people, are looking forward to seeing you and hearing you. Now, any recollections of coming down that part of the world, Rick?
I've been down there a few times, like round, in and around that area, and I love it. And I believe I was at some rugby place. Oh God, I can never think of the names, mate. And apparently, it wasn't very far from where Max Boyce lived.
Max Boyce. Oh,
I would have loved him to have come in and had a drink and met us, because he was very, very funny, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
He was great doing the stand-up years ago. Very funny. Very
and
topical.
It's surprising now with the Welsh team. We won the Grand Slam a few years ago, and he came back to fashion again. He got his new television program out, and he's back in fashion again now. Everybody loves Max now.
I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him working again. I used to love that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
He was the sort of prototype, and then we had Jasper Carrott come along and done a similar sort of stuff, and then but there's not many of them lads doing that sort of stuff. He was very funny, wasn't he?
He might be listening now. You never know, Max.
I hope he is.
Invitation
and I
down.
hope he pops in to see us on the night.
Yeah. So how long's the show going to be now, Rick, at Llanelli?
It's about an hour and a half, I suppose, and then we have a little interval and then Q&A and pose for a few photographs. People like to get a few autographs and stuff like that. And that to me is as important as the show, is meeting people and having a laugh and just, having a crack.
Of course. Now listen, thank you very much for coming on the show, Ricky, and just enjoy yourself there in North Wales. But when you come down to South Wales, you might just buy a house down south as well. Ricky Tomlinson, thank you very much and good luck. Take care.
All the best, kid.